and I want to speak to you about alcohol right now. I don't drink a lot. I'm saying I don't drink a lot. When I do, I do. But it's not regular at all. And I honestly think, see, if you're somebody that's going places and you are driven and successful, or you want to be, and you've got things to do, you've got shit to do, and you've got lives to change, and you've got massive service and significance, I think in the main, alcohol is the work of the devil. It will only hold you back. And I just, I'm sharing what I know to be true, because I was brought up with that. It's a load of shite, it really is. It's terrible stuff. And fine, 1, 2, occasionally, kicking the arse out of it like that, no need. No need whatsoever. Getting pissed and our Leslie says today, sometimes you just need a reminder. It's exactly true. Sometimes you just need a reminder why it's not in your life, why it doesn't feature in my life. I know better. So, but you just get involved in it, don't you? And you just like, so I'm bringing my real life self to you. I could quite easily not mention any of that, but I told you this is a real life programme and I'm really real. And so I'm sharing it with you just to stop you lot doing it. See if there's somebody was actually saying, and I'll get to that, she went on holiday or had a night out with the girls and didn't drink. Hats off to you. Really, hats off to you. So, if you're going to learn anything from me, is don't touch that shitty stuff. It's terrible for your liver. It plays havoc with your mind, your brain health. Ridiculous for it. Kills off brain cells. We know all this. And it's terrible for your weight. You get the terrible munchies. You just want to eat anything and everything. And some people go, well, I don't. It doesn't affect me like that. I'm actually okay with it. You're a liar. If you're a regular drinker, you're not okay with it. And it's probably, you think, and you'll be fighting me here. You'll be going, no, I like a drink. My dad would say this to me. Shirley, I like a drink, so I'm going to drink. I would never say that to him, by the way. But if I did, he'd say that back to me. What's it got to do with you? I like a drink. Nothing to do with you. You've got your life, I've got mine. And you're probably saying that to me as well. However, I'm invested in you and I care about you. And so I'm telling you, stop the drinking. This is a day to celebrate all of your wins, every single piece of success. You should be patting yourself on the back, really, really chuffed, and on to the next week. It's fuel, it's fire, and you're either right now gazelle or lion. Remember, a lion is the king of the jungle. I'm a born lion. Fire, passion, fucking hungry, relentless, doesn't stop, not scared, shy, proud, but you can totally rely on it. I'm the lion. Some of you are as well. Some of you, on the other hand, are gazelles. However, the lion is the king of the jungle. For what reason? They're not the biggest. That would probably be the elephant. They're not the cleverest. That's probably one of the cats, like a cheetah. It's their attitude. It's their, I'm fucking hungry, I am going to get you. And if I don't get you, it's because something's happened. That's the lion mentality, isn't it? Never giving up and never needing chased. My family need fed. So I'm going there and I'm going to catch you, you bugger you. The gazelle? Different story altogether, isn't it? I'm not going to do Billy Connolly's sketch because that wasn't a gazelle, it was something else. Was it antelope or something? Can't remember. But the gazelle needs the chase. As soon as the chase stops, what does the gazelle do? Stops, continues to eat. What about when the chase stops? The constant attention, the ego stroking. You're fabulous. You're amazing. You're doing so well. Brilliant. Keep going. Yes. Report back to me. Check in with me. Soon as that stops, what happens? You stop. Gazelle. Lion doesn't need checked in on. Gazelle, stop. And it's a process, so don't worry. If you're gazelle and you're happy to admit gazelle, fine, that's why you're here. This is why you're getting this training. If you're lion, well, you're just going to get hungrier. You're going to be just constantly going up the levels. Okay, here we go. There are literally so many amazing achievements, and if I've missed you, it's because there's so many, right? Blood pressure. Teresa Spat, your biggest achievement for me is, weight loss is fantastic, by the way, but your blood pressure has come down. It's 114/69. Resting heart rate also down. Fantastic. So very much a metabolic syndrome component, for want of a better word. Blood pressure down. Amazing. Fantastic. Susan Fullerton, number one achievement is going on a girly weekend and sticking to the plan. This is what I'm talking about, having had no alcohol. There's peer pressure in amongst that. And they're a good set of girls. If they've supported you, they are keepers, by the way. If you've decided you're not drinking, a lot of friends would give you shit for that. They're keepers, tell them from me. I don't have to convince myself and think about it all weekend. I didn't even fancy a drink, blah de blah. Achieving first in our race category, topped off of the weekend. Blah, blah. Jacqueline Dahar. Congratulations on everybody's achievements. I've had 3 pound loss, closed all my activity rings every day, 77,000 steps, blood sugar's completely under control. See, this is what we're talking about. Stayed on plan, back to my 5/6 a.m. rises. Felt overwhelmed at times but didn't go off plan. Well done, watched all the live. Started journaling, sleep is much improved, drinking 2 to 3 litres a day. Stiffness has gone, so your inflammation has reduced. Guaranteed nailed on. Blood sugar comes down, inflammation dissipates, no aches and pains, or certainly you're starting to see improvements already. We're only going into week 3. And my fitness is coming back, plus I actually feel good starting a week. All wins for me. Fantastic! Sheena Rob, well done everyone, really positive mindset change this week. The one thing that this is all screaming to me is teamwork, massive teamwork, and I want to talk about that before we go. Feeling organised and in control, Sheena, amazing amidst the abundance of work coming your way and with your family. Normally, overwhelm would set in and I'd pour a glass of wine to help me switch off instead of being able to keep focus. More energy too. I've also been complimented on my skin, which has had the effects of the sugar and the wine consumption going down and water consumption going up. Meals on plan, and they are delicious. Zero snacking in between meals and no cravings, sweets, carby foods at all. High five. You are, if you're not fat adapted now, you're tinkering on the edge. We're almost there. Well done. Hitting 10k steps some days. Need to find a way to make this part of my routine. 1 pound off and 4 somethings of an inch. Interested to see how fasting goes for me. Well done. Incredible. Joanne Robinson. Surprised myself and managed to run 5k non-stop Saturday. That's an amazing achievement because I've done it on Saturday as well for the first time in a while. In fact, it was more than 5k. I'd spent just over an hour on the treadmill, breathing up my arse. The sweat was running out every pore I had. It's really hard. Like when you stop, it's really hard to start running again. So, Joanne, well done. Some of you are runners, born runners, and that's amazing. Was as slow as a snail, but managed to do it. Super proud. Amazing. Over 20,000 steps on Saturday, 17.5 on Sunday. Good. Brilliant. Well done. Like there are so many. Wreath. Biggest achievement was starting to get balance. Enjoy to do at least what resembles the hunchback. I don't know what that says. So you started running, I think, Di. Brilliant. I'm watching you, Di. I see your stuff. It's amazing. Nikki Howland. Biggest achievement is starting this 2 weeks ago and sticking to it religiously. Well done, you. Withdrawals are horrendous, but coming out of the other side now. Told you. This is the same for everybody. Well done. Good on you. £12 off since I started 2 weeks ago. Amazing. Good for you. Lindsay Donnelly, mind blown again this week. £2 down, but took my measurements this morning. Have lost 3 inches of my waist, 2 inches of my bust and hips, and more of your arm. Total of 10 inches in 2 weeks. Had the best Sunday meeting Feel It Be in Aberdeen. Great. Amanda Robertson. Biggest achievement this week was walking over 9 miles with your husband. I'm so glad you never called him the hubster, because I would have had to just hang up right now. Please, girls, please. There is one word I cannot even, I'm even surprised I managed to say it there. Going out on the town with a hubster. Please don't say that. I have arthritis in my right knee, so I was chuffed that I managed it. So I've smashed my steps out of the park this week. Also managed to fit comfy in my size 10 shorts. Fantastic. There's loads of them, literally loads of them. And one in particular I want to draw your attention to is this incredible woman here. Can't believe my losses. I'm actually wondering if I can add up properly. Last week was £12 and this week's £10, and she's a vegetarian. So this is for all the veggies that come on and go, doesn't work for me. Of course it works for you. You just replace the meat with your choice of protein. Absolutely phenomenal. I think one of my biggest changes this week has been my thinking of water/food. I don't have to drink water. My body needs it. Big mindset shift. Well done. Bring on the fasting for me. I'm also intrigued to see what week 3 brings. Well done, other ladies. That's close to 2 stone in 2 weeks. Can we say that again? Close to 2 stone in 2 short weeks. Unbelievable. Because it's taken a lot of years to get on you. And you're just taking it off. 2 stone-ish in 2 weeks. It's remarkable. It really is. Unbelievable. So, to every single one of you, I just want to say to you, I absolutely love what you're doing. See the fact you are actually cooking from scratch. I don't think you give yourself the credit. I see you celebrating. You have to be saying, do you know what? I have done so well. I'm cooking from scratch. I'm thinking about the food that I'm eating. I'm prioritising the quality of food. I'm no longer calorie counting and concentrating on the numbers, because when you concentrate on the numbers, you try and keep it low so as you could eat 5 and 6 times a day and your snacks and everything. And it's total garbage. It's basically cardboard you're eating. It's just shit. It's horrendous for your health. And does lead you down a rabbit hole of metabolic syndrome and high blood sugars and all the rest of the bad stuff. When you take care, blood pressure reduces, metabolic syndrome goes away, fibromyalgia goes away, type 2 diabetes goes away, pre-diabetes goes away, blood sugars return to normal where they should be, and actually your body just goes, thank fuck for Shelley Booth. In fact, thank God to you yourself for taking the step to doing it. So I have to congratulate you. Well done. So proud of you. This picture says it all. This is just incredible. This is a cohort of women in the Aberdeen area that got together, nothing to do with me, and are meeting up regularly. How amazing. And see, when you're part of Feel It Be, you get it, don't you? When you stay long enough, you totally get it. There's been some incredible friendships made through Feel It Be, and they'll be lifelong. But you don't really understand that, but that's the way the world's gone. Online dating, online Feel It Be, everything's gone online. So actually, you've created such a safe space for each other that you can actually feel like you can meet up. There's a cohort of clients in London. There's some West Midlands area. There's pockets of clients all over the place. And I encourage you to do this, because you only get the good stuff. When you're online and you're working away with people and you get to know them, you're not getting all their shite and all their baggage and all that. You're just going, you've done amazing. And she goes, and you've done amazing. We go, oh, we're bonding. This feels good. That's the way it's supposed to feel. You shouldn't be feeling drained when you speak to a friend, or you've got some sort of setup. That depletion is not good. This sort of stuff is going to build you up. And you're meeting like-minded women who are on the same journey, and you just keep telling each other how fucking amazing you are, and before long, you've made a mate. You've got an actual pal that just gets it. And that feels really, really nice. It feels good. and you feel validated, don't you? So you might be on here, and if you've got, you're like me, you keep your friends really close, but you're not needing all these masses of friends. That's everybody's friends, nobody's friend. You keep nobody sweet. And that's what people do that have got these friends, They just sit on the fence a lot of the time. Maybe acquaintances is fine, but you can't have like all the friends, because different personality. I know I work with the public. People could be buggers, So it's really, really hard to stay in a really positive friendship bubble when you've got so many people. But when you find something that you've got in common, this lot, you feel safe, you feel free to share, and you're sharing something that's now part of your life. That's just incredible. So well done, you lot. Amazing. Right, I want to show you something. Simon Sinek done this, made this wee short video. It's only 2 minutes long, and I want you just to listen to it with me, okay?
The Navy SEALs are one of the highest performing organizations on the planet, and a former Navy SEAL was asked, who makes it through BUDS? Who makes it through the selection process to become a SEAL? And he said, I can't tell you who gets through, who makes it, but I can tell you the kind of people who don't make it. He said the star college athletes that never have been really tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate everything, none of them make it through. He said the big tough guys that come in with huge muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to everyone how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys who make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He said, but every single one of them who makes it through, when they're emotionally exhausted, when they're physically exhausted, some way, somehow, they're able to dig down deep inside themselves to find the energy to help the person next to them. Service. Service. Giving to another, having their back, is what makes the highest performing teams in the world. Not their strength and not their intelligence. It's their willingness to be there for each other.
Right. I want you to listen to that again, because it's only under 2 minutes. Listen to it again, please. Get away, people. Not yous, just all these pop-ups.
The Navy SEALs are one of the highest performing organizations on the planet, and a former Navy SEAL was asked, who makes it through BUDS? Who makes it through the selection process to become a SEAL? And he said, I can't tell you who gets through, who makes it, but I can tell you the kind of people who don't make it. He said the star college athletes that never have been really tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate everything, none of them make it through. He said the big tough guys that come in with huge muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to everyone how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys who make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He said, but every single one of them who makes it through, when they're emotionally exhausted, when they're physically exhausted, some way, somehow, they're able to dig down deep inside themselves to find the energy to help the person next to them. Service. Service. Giving to another, having their back, is what makes the highest performing teams in the world. Not their strength and not their intelligence. It's their willingness to be there for each other.
Amazing, eh? The willingness to be there for each other. That's where people succeed. When you're constantly building each other up, when you're given like this, you can only succeed. Service and significance, which is why I'm succeeding, service and significance given to others, to help others, is ultimately going to make you succeed. He's just said there, the big tattoo guys, the big muscly guys, they're nowhere near it. They fall short because they're all about them. There's no I in team, it's all about them. We know that, eh? I could see that. So when you're constantly building each other up and providing service for each other and watching how she's getting on and watching how she's getting on, and when she's not doing too well, you're right there to scoop her up and say, right, come on you. Have you been accountable? Have you done your steps? How are you doing? How are you actually really doing? That's being there for each other. And there's nothing more valuable than that. Nothing. And I see it in abundance on this page. And I'm so proud of myself, because if there's one thing I could take away, I have created such a safe space for you lot. Me and the team have created such a safe space for you to just be and relax and share and be your best selves. And I utterly love that. So thank you, you lot. You're amazing. You truly are amazing. I'm going to add on to that about the lion thing. Some people, a true lion, a real lion, to get that gazelle, to get that prey, it's about the process. It's about the stages to go through to actually get it. Some people just want the score. Some people just want the results. Some people just want the glory and the fame and the fortune and the thing. The real successful people are the people that can build each other up and start to love the process. It's all about the process for the lion. The gazelle doesn't know what a process is. The gazelle just needs chase to get to where it is. Doesn't even know where it's going. The lion loves the chase, loves the whole process. And that is the same for you lot. When you buy into Feel It Be and you trust it, the process becomes, it's like an addiction a wee bit. You become addicted to being healthy.